All right, we are now live. Let's see what Nintendo's cooking up today. That's right. Flip them pancakes, Mario. All right, this is Nintendo live at Treehouse, their E3 Day 3 coverage. This is their final day of E3. Bro, I don't care what anybody says. I am super hype with Nintendo's E3 this year. I think Nintendo had a great E3 showing. Again, I'm looking at it from my perspective. Fortnite. Oh, we just got I got my first victory in Fortnite. That felt so good. I'm going to post that on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter at Obi1Plays. We got Paladins. I'm having a Paladins tournament with the sponsors tonight. If you want to game with us, join a great Nintendo Switch gaming community. $20 eShop digital code prize. Patreon.com/Obi1Plays. And every new sponsor gets a free $10 digital code just for becoming a sponsor. Paladins, Fighters. Can't wait for Fighters. It's my favorite fighting game right now. That Dragon Ball hype. I haven't watched the episode in Dragon Ball in a while, bro. I need to watch. I'm still going through Dragon Ball Super. I finished the Ariel versus Goku. But what's up, everybody coming into the chat? Is Paladins free? No, it's $30 on the Switch. I get asked that question every day. Is Paladins free? If you're just now coming in, let's give this stream a thumbs up. Let's get the stream over 100 likes. And I need some dudes to share. Share this stream on Twitter, on Facebook, and I will like your tweet. I need to post a tweet, too. I need to post my Fortnite victory, bro. I'm so glad that you could save.
Hey, everybody. Welcome
hey,
back to
they're
Nintendo
here.
Live
We're here.
We are here.
I got cheesecake,
it's
too.
Day 3.
It's a cheesecake stream.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm really excited about this segment. We're going to kick things off with a little peek at a little tasty little treat, something new for you guys. It is Arcade Archives Donkey Kong. I am here with
a new announcement. See, this is why you got to tune in. They do have some new announcements. So they're having Donkey Kong is coming to Arcade Archives. I'm going to get it.
This represents the first official release of the complete arcade version of Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Since it was released in arcades. It's
bro,
historic.
I had this game on my Atari 7800.
It's going to be really cool.
I had this game. Let me get my Atari 7800.
You know, Donkey Kong, I think, is sort of a, you know, it's an important.
I had this game on my Atari 7800.
And Don, you have been an employee at Nintendo of America.
So dope. So dope.
Since 1981, when Donkey Kong, the arcade version was
Let's
out.
go.
You're still an
New
employee
game
today.
announcement.
I don't
Let's
think
go.
anyone else can claim that, make that claim.
Let's
I
go.
don't think I'm the only one.
I'm going
So
to
you've
post
seen the
this,
release of
boy.
Donkey Kong Arcade and every Nintendo game since. Could you give us a little of your background at Nintendo of America and maybe talk a little bit about Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong is that fire, bro.
Just a college student when I was approached by a company
Donkey
called
Kong is
Starlink
that
Video
fire.
who was working with Nintendo, and I developed or designed a cabinet.
I'm posting on Twitter too. I got
sell Nintendo
my
games in the United States. I went back to
first
college, got my degree, and after they had moved the company back to
Fortnite
Redmond,
victory.
I went down to get a letter of recommendation, and as I was walking out, they said, "Hey, would you like to come to work as a warehouse manager?" And I thought, you know, it's a job.
Who is this
It's the
dude?
arcade industry. It can't last very long.
Who is this dude
And
talking?
So that was 36 years ago, so it was an interesting coincidence on how that came about.
Wow. So 36 years ago, Nintendo of America was literally a warehouse.
Yeah, there were only 5 employees in a warehouse.
Wow.
And,
Y'all have come a
we're importing games from
long way.
Japan, fully loaded, complete. And then after that, we couldn't build them fast enough and get them shipped into the
Oh,
United
yeah,
States,
they
so
were
Donkey Kong was so
selling.
popular.
Yeah,
So we started
Donkey Kong got
manufacturing
real
in
popular.
the South Center facility.
Ah, it's so cool.
Donkey Kong got real
It's
popular.
like
What's up,
warehouse
everybody
full of
coming
games.
in?
What was that like? Do you remember
What's
when Donkey
up,
Kong
dudes?
sort of like when that game came out, what that was like? Like, was it
Well,
popular?
Well, it was pretty crazy because the first time we saw it,
First
we immediately
Fortnite
thought,
victory.
Donkey Kong, what the heck kind of a name is that? And then Japan actually asked us one time if we wanted to rename the main character Jumpman, and Mr. Arakawa, who was the president, and myself looked at the character, and we had a landlord that happened to be named Mario as well, and we'd never met the guy, so we thought it'd be funny to name this main character Mario after our landlord in South Center. And that's actually how Mario got his name.
That is a deep cut.
That's right. Mario got named after
amazing.
somebody.
Did he ever
What's up,
know?
everybody
Did he
coming
just-
in?
Did he get the wow?
Yeah, Yeah, he knows. It's been written in a couple of books. And so,
What was on day 2? I
It's
don't know.
new to me. That is so cool. All right, well, Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's
Since this is the
I'm
cheesecake
chatting here
stream,
with Don. Why don't you talk a little about what's going on
let's
on
eat this
screen?
cheesecake, boy.
Okay, well, first off, let's jump back out to the main menu because we've got a
So
little bit to
I wonder
discuss
when
here.
this becomes
So let's
available.
go,
They're probably gonna say
back to
available
that.
now.
So this is again
Watch.
the first
Watch they
official
pull
release
an
of the
available
complete
now.
arcade version of this game. It's pretty amazing, but
Eating some
as you can
cheesecake.
see from the main
Watching
menu
some
here,
Nintendo.
you don't just have
This is
one
getting better than
arcade
this.
version. You have 3 different arcade versions here, and you can see
Wow,
that
3
the,
different
title screen
versions.
actually changes as I'm scrolling through these. But on the far left here, this early version, so this was the first version of Donkey Kong that was released into Japanese arcades, and it has a few bugs in it that are pretty cool if you can master them, because they'll actually allow you to skip the barrel stage entirely if you can do that. But those bugs were fixed in the later version, and this is what most Japanese gamers know as the arcade version of Donkey Kong. The primary differences between
So
the
they just
Japanese version of
announced Donkey Kong Arcade
and what
Archives.
we know as the
I'll probably
North
pick it up.
American,
I don't
so
know.
international here, but North American for us. The primary difference between those versions is the stage order. So in the Japanese version of Donkey Kong, you play every stage in order, whereas in the North American version, it kind of skips around a little bit. We'll see that a little bit later. But for the purposes of demonstration, we'll actually be playing the Japanese version so that we can see all the different stages. And then we've got 2 different modes here. We've got Caravan mode and High Score mode. And both of these are really cool because they emulate the experience of standing in front of an arcade cabinet and dropping in a quarter and trying to get the highest score you possibly can in just your one run. So the high score mode and the caravan mode are pretty similar, with the exception that the caravan mode has a 5-minute time limit.
Okay.
So the high score mode is where I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of intense action because
like Donkey Kong with leaderboards. Basically.
Yeah, and online leaderboards. That's a big deal.
Are they doing anything on Friday?
One of the most highly contested
I
world
thought
records,
today was the last
one
day.
of the most well-known high scores. So I'm hoping that we see a lot of intense competition going on in there. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the later version. Again, this is using the Japanese stage order. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. I've been watching a lot of the top Donkey Kong players play the game. And
there are top Donkey Kong players.
Let me, I'm going to attempt to showcase
having
some
my
tips
volume
and
too
tricks
loud during our
that
Fortnite
I
match.
picked up
I have my mic
from
completely
watching
plugged in.
their play.
It's cool, Madman.
And,
You cool, bro.
hopefully, you know, if you master some of these
It's
things,
cool.
maybe they'll get you up onto the high score leaderboard. So the first thing that I want to show is actually one of the first things here, if I can get the timing right. So there, right there, I was able to kind of glance some points off of that barrel that was falling down there.
How?
And the reason I was able to do that, it utilizes a quirk of the programming where you don't necessarily need to jump over an object to earn points. You can simply jump. Oh, this is going to get hairy.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Oh, you
Get
know,
100 points.
You don't necessarily need to jump over an object to get points from it. You simply need to jump next to a dangerous object, and then if you press the control stick to the left or right at the height of that jump, you'll earn points from it. And there are a couple of places in the game where you can use that to your advantage. That what I did just there.
Get the hammer.
Another trick that's actually going to be kind of hard to demonstrate, and that's sorry.
Oh,
Well,
he got
we'll
hit.
get another opportunity to show
That's what
you
you get
right
for
here,
talking and playing.
when we get back into the game.
Uh-huh.
But Donkey Kong is deviously programmed. It's a super challenging
Psycho
game.
Oshi said he wants some
And,
cheesecake.
one of the ways that
It's done, bro. I
that,
just finished it.
devious programming manifests is that the chance that a barrel will travel down a ladder increases. Increases if Mario is facing or moving toward that ladder. And I'm not going to be able to make that. This is going to be a rough one. Let's
No, it's
try this
close.
again.
What a shocker.
So,
Yeah, bro, you should have
like I
known
was
that,
saying,
bro.
You know, the chance
You
that
should have
a
known that
barrel's gonna
Pokemon line
travel
was going to
down
close.
a ladder increases if Mario is facing or moving toward that ladder. And now armed with that knowledge, you can use it to your advantage. So you can actually, by strategically facing Mario, you can change. Oh, that one worked. Oh, no. There we go.
Whoa.
So by strategically facing Mario, you can pretty much control the
Go
barrel.
hammer, Mario.
And it's not. It doesn't happen every time. And as a matter of fact, like the further you get into the game, the more your ability.
That's
to
where they got the
influence
hammer from
barrel
Smash
increases.
from.
So I don't know if that one was actually me or not. But sometimes it's hard to tell. But as the difficulty increases, your ability to control the barrels increases.
I had this game on my 7800,
You
bro.
know, in a lot of ways, for the top players, the game gets somewhat easier.
He did it.
further
Oh,
they
Donkey
get
Kong
into the
stole
game
her.
because they
It's
can
funny how
start
Donkey
manipulating
Kong was the
barrels a little
original
bit more.
Mario
So now we're
enemy.
moving on to the second stage.
Now
This
they're
is the
best friends.
conveyor belt stage, in this stage, this wasn't present in the NES version of the game. The NES version is possibly the most popular.
I don't remember seeing
port
this.
of Donkey Kong, and this stage wasn't featured. And because of the way the North American stage ordering works,
because the conveyor
there's a
belt.
good chance that if you stink at Donkey Kong, you never saw this stage at all.
I had actually never seen this stage until we were working on this segment. And
Yeah.
we saw you. So you're talking about some of the sort of deep ways to get points, but when I play Donkey
Wow,
Kong,
and
I'm
the
just trying to
ladders
get to the
move
top
up and
save
down.
Pauline on each level. And speaking
He
of
fell.
Pauline, Don,
He
you
didn't
mentioned
jump.
Mario's sort of
What's
the
up,
genesis of that
April?
name. I know that some of the other characters in this game sort of were maybe named after people you knew in your real life back in the day. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, little known fact is that my girlfriend at the time, she was the reason, through her father's connection to the Far East Video Company, was the reason I got offered the consulting job. And so after we named Mario, Mr. Arakawa thought it'd be really funny to name the heroine, the female character in the game, Pauline, which was actually taken from my girlfriend's name. And so
that's
she
funny.
eventually became my wife. So effectively, Pauline's named after my ex-wife.
It says ex-wife.
So cool. That is it seems like a little bit of a Wild West back then, when things were sort of just, I mean, you guys didn't know, it was Donkey Kong, it was arcade cabinets. I mean, it was kind of an exciting time back then.
Yeah, it was really
Joy
exciting. It was really
CC,
fun
thanks for
because,
subscribing.
everyone was very young. We were all super energetic.
Thanks for
and very excited
subscribing.
about the opportunities, and we all worked really, really hard. One of the funnest things I ever did, though, is I was shipping manager, warehouse manager for a shipping manager second.
No, this isn't an online subscription. This is just
when I was shipping games all the
another
time,
arcade
the entire warehouse,
archive
so I
game
got
coming
around on a skateboard.
to the
that
Switch.
was my mode of transportation.
That is so
to get from the
80s
front. Yeah.
in the best way.
Yeah,
Skateboarding
exactly.
around the Nintendo warehouse by yourself, Donkey Kong cabinets. Oh man, I love that. And Sam, it looks like you're up to some more point pressing tricks here.
Yeah, I'm up to some more shenanigans. So this is a pretty safe place to utilize that trick I was talking about earlier, where you can kind of glance points off of dangerous objects by jumping next to them and then pressing left or right on the control stick at the height of that jump. So I'm just, as this flame kind of gets frozen up here, you can just kind of get points off of it.
Wow.
If you're good enough, you can actually do it off of the springs that are traveling.
How do you avoid
There we
those
go. I got one
springs,
on the
bro?
spring. So I'm going to move on. Point pressing is fun, but I'm not trying to set a high score here. The springs are very, very complicated, but for right now, I'll just show you the two safe zones. So right here at the top of this ladder, a little bit to the left of it, is a safe zone. And then the second safe zone is kind of right here on the right side of this.
Oh, this dude already knows
the
it.
time is
Safe, that's
counting
making me
down. I
nervous.
need to go.
That dude knows the
I think
game.
what Sam's trying to kind of showing off here is like Donkey Kong. There's one way to play it, which is just get to the top of each stage, take the bonus points that you have left in the timer, and
It's
move
that
on.
easy,
Right.
boy.
The way that the guys that are going for those high scores, they try to extract as many points out of each level in the time they have by doing the kind of those
Is
quirks
Smash
you're
a
talking
day one
about,
buy for you? Of
pressing points
course,
off all sorts of
Luma.
stuff.
Smash is
Sorry,
a
I
day
know you've got sort of,
one,
talking point about
bruh.
this stage too, so.
Yeah. So this is the rivet stage. So in most of the stages of Donkey Kong, the objective is pretty simple. You just need to get to Pauline at the top of the stage. But for this stage, you want to pull all of the rivets, causing all of the platforms to fall here. And the pattern that I took, so the rivets that I pulled on the left side of the screen here, I did so in a certain order. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to leave this rivet so that I could grab the hammer and still pass that area. So my objective on this stage is, if you see the central ladders
they
here,
say
so
it's
the one
open.
where
Yeah.
the hammer is landing.
Bro, you crazy. You ain't gonna be able to sneak into that Pokemon, bro. Nintendo got that on lock.
So the central ladders divide the stage into two halves. And when I destroy an enemy, so long as I am on the right side of the stage when that enemy respawns, they'll always respawn on the opposite side of the stage. And because I pulled all of the rivets from the left side of the stage, now when those enemies respawn that I destroyed with the hammer, they're all trapped over there. So that was my objective, is to trap those flames on the left side of the screen. And I'm going to try and get these final 2. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. This guy is camping. So the reason why I wanted to do that and try and get as safe as possible, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it, unfortunately, is that point pressing trick I was showing. I'm just going to do it. There you go.
This dude has strategy.
So that point pressing
Did he
trick
beat the
that I was
game?
showing, that where you can kind of glance points.
Donkey Kong got KO'd. Look at his eyes.
Than Donkey Kong.
Ah!
So you can actually stand up there on that top platform next to Donkey Kong and just keep earning points off of his back.
Again, if you're just now coming into the stream, give the stream a thumbs up. Let's get it over 100 likes.
Kind of amazing to me. Like, I'm learning
And
stuff for the
click
first time.
subscribe.
Like,
Your name will pop up on the stream.
And
And if you want to become a sponsor, patreon.com/Obi1Plays. And every new sponsor gets a free $10 eShop digital code. And you join a great Nintendo Switch gaming community. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
And I didn't know half the tricks.
It's the real deal. Holyfield.
I think it'll be really cool when people get this in their hands to, like, try some of this stuff out,
Yeah. I'm hoping that by utilizing some of those tips and tricks that you can get yourself on those online leaderboards, because that's what Donkey Kong is all about. It's about
it's all about
scores.
leaderboards.
And again, I'm really excited that this version of the game is finally releasing and getting
It's
into
all
people's
about
hands.
leaderboards.
And, unfortunately, I think that's all the time we have
Okay.
for Arcade Archives Donkey Kong, but it is not all the time that we have for this segment. Because Hamster and Nintendo have something really special planned. And so we
What do they
think
have
of
planned?
the Arcade Archives series as a fun way to revisit classic arcade titles. But how about meeting a classic arcade title for the very first time?
What do they mean?
And that's what we're going to be able to do.
What do they mean?
With the first official North American release of the arcade version of Skyskipper.
Skyskyper.
And
I've never heard of this
This
game.
is really exciting because
Never heard of
like
this
I was
either.
saying, this
So
game
they
never
just announced
officially
2 new
released in
Arcade
Japan.
Archives
It's a bit of
games.
It's a bit of a phantom. And there's
How's
no
everyone
one
today? What's
better
up, Lion
to tell
Star?
us
We
the
doing
story
good, bro.
and kind of what happened with Skyskipper than Mr. Don James. You were around during this time. Can you tell us a little bit about Skyskipper
I don't
and
know
when
about
it first showed
Skyskipper.
up?
Well, typically when we would get
I don't know
a new
about
game
Skyskipper.
from our parent company, we would put it out on test. And so one day,
Oh, cool,
10
Mark.
of these Skyskipper cabinets showed up, and we put them out at various arcades, and we sat around and played the game
Skyskipper.
as well.
Never heard of this.
For whatever reason, we never released the game, but we kept one original Skyskipper cabinet in our archives at Nintendo of America. And suddenly all this interest became very hot about this Skyskipper game, this unknown game. And then we got the call to, go out, dig up the game, and pull the ROMs out.
Are you a
copy them, and send them to Japan so
Skyskipper?
they could make it available to the consumers.
That's right. So more on that point. So,
So
we're
we
showing
actually got some slides, of what that cabinet looked like.
Hey.
Does that bring back some memories for
Oh,
you?
yeah.
I was
It's an interesting little side note for anyone who sees these
What is
games in
this?
the arcade. If you rub your hand on the side panel and it's a rough texture, that cabinet was made in the United States. If it's very smooth, it was made in Japan.
Wow, cool.
Didn't
That's
know
awesome.
that.
And you had a note. Yeah, you were able to confirm something super fascinating about the art.
Yeah,
on Skyskipper.
I've been asked multiple times who did the art and whether Mr. Miyamoto was ever involved with this. And I was talking to him 2 days ago, and I got him to give me permission to say, yes, he did do the art for Skyskipper. So the mystery is
cabinet.
now solved.
Yeah,
Miyamoto.
the cabinet art on the side
Yeah,
of
the side
Skyskipper that was
stickers,
drawn by.
the header, the
Can we show
control
that?
panel.
Can we show that one more time? That art slide. I just think it's so cool to think of Mr. Miyamoto drawing that.
Yeah, that's
Like-
incredible.
But he didn't program this specific game, but doing the art for it. That just kind of goes. I feel like that kind of goes back to. I'm sure back in those days, you wore a lot of hats at Nintendo over years, and Mr. Miyamoto obviously wore a lot of hats.
So Mr.
yeah.
Miyamoto
Look at
did
that.
the
I mean,
art.
Imagine him drawing that back in the day.
That's
So
dope.
cool.
That's
It's
dope.
beautiful. I was present.
That's dope,
during
man.
The
Miyamoto's
photographing
talented.
of this arcade cabinet, and that's an experience.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Jester. Yeah,
treasure for the rest
Fortnite
of
is
my
dope,
life, that
man.
I actually got to see.
That's
the
dope.
Last,
You got to touch the last cabinet.
Or the
Oh, this
only,
game
The only one
looks
left.
like a
and more on that
1980s arcade game.
game. So this is the only known original Skyskipper North American arcade cabinet.
That's correct.
And the board
Wow.
that's inside of that arcade cabinet is the only known unmodified Skyskipper board. And the ROMs from that board supplied the ROMs for Arcade Archives Skyskipper.
Yep.
So truly proving the namesake of the Arcade Archives series. This one came literally
directly from those ROMs.
yeah, from our archives. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. It's a really interesting, crazy-looking game.
Yeah, it looks weird,
get
bro.
Into it here. Listening to that wonderful startup music. So you can see that I'm controlling this character. You might have seen it during the attract mode when that was rolling. But I'm controlling a character called Mr. U. And you might have noticed the charming little typos there, staring Mr. U and co-staring the King's family. But you can see I'm controlling Mr. U in this biplane here, and I've got a fuel meter at the top of the screen that is slowly dwindling, so I am going to need to pay attention to that. And then I've got these gorilla characters that are throwing these bombs at me while they're listening to their
Bro, the
they're
Octo
jamming out on
expansion
their
is
tunes
fire.
on their
Octo
little
expansion
headphones.
is fire,
this guy's
bro.
gonna get me. So control-wise, the control-wise, it's fairly simple. You've got one button that controls your turbo, so that helps you move a little
Shout
bit
out
faster.
to the
And then
last
you've got
two
another button that helps you drop
subscribers.
bombs. And then you could drop bombs on these gorilla characters.
Sabian,
And so your objective
thanks for
is to
subscribing,
collect all
and
of these kind of card suit
Joy,
characters, the King's family.
thanks for
And the order
subscribing.
in which you collect them is
9
going to
minutes ago.
determine your
Joy,
scoring.
click that subscribe
So
button.
4 of a kind is worth
How
the
much
most
money do I
amount
have to
of
pay
points.
to play with
And
you and
then,
join your Discord
all
server?
of the
Only
same
$5
color
content,
is worth
kid.
the second
$5
amount
gets
of
you
points.
into our
And then,
private
you know,
Discord.
just collect the cards as you can. And then you can see on the bottom of the screen, there's actually a map that shows you where all of these card suit characters are located, so that you can find them more easily. And the stage is complete whenever you collect all of them. So I'm going to make my way over to the other side of the screen and attempt to do that here. So this flag here that's in the center, if you touch the flag, then you can refuel, which I'll do right now because I was running on low on fuel as I was explaining things there. But the graphics
I don't even know if I'm
style
getting
of
the
this
Donkey
game
Kong
is just
game.
wild. Look at it.
Yeah,
So
this game
is
looks
like
just
a normal day
weird.
at Nintendo, Don, where you're like, oh, a new game shows up and it's got gorillas with headphones on, and you're flying over an airplane.
You know,
It's
we never
crazy.
did figure out why are they wearing headphones. I'm not quite sure.
So they could listen to
This
this
is
rap
funny.
music while they were playing their trying to dodge the bombs that Mr. U is dropping.
She earned. Thanks for
Remember trying to collect all these card suit
subscribing.
characters. Yeah, so the graphic style is just crazy. Look, you've got
It
kind
is.
of these low resolution looking environments, but the objects, so like the Mr. U and the biplane and these card suit characters are super sharp looking. It's really wild. I'm gonna go over here and collect this last card suit character and hopefully finish the stage. Oh no. The clouds are also dangerous. That's important to note. All right, so I got that. If you turn your attention to the bottom of the screen there, you'll see these gorillas are really unhappy about having been captured. But that's just
That's
another
funny.
example that this is a perfectly preserved artifact of the time in which it was produced. This has not been modified. This is an exact copy of what's in our archives. So we're going to start off the second stage here.
So I think you need to.
I know, the arcade archives don't do it for
right,
me.
yes.
I kind of want to see you crash because I think that's one of the cooler graphical
You know, I
elements.
think if I just play this stage, the death will happen organically.
happen.
Yeah, I don't
I
need
may
to
have
crash
jinxed it.
myself.
I hope they show some fighters on the Switch, man.
Yeah. Well, no, the
Somebody
crashes
tweet
are
Nintendo.
pretty spectacular.
Can we get
And
some
I'm sure we'll see
fighters
one
on
here in
Switch?
just a minute. Oh, well, there we go.
There you go.
I took that a little too close.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna tweet
this is
them, bro.
an amazing just piece of Nintendo history.
Can
And
we
I'm really excited
get
that it's
some
finally getting out there, that people are finally going to
fighters
have the opportunity to play this. And again, with online
Switch
leaderboards, so
action
maybe try and set a world record in
today's
Skyscraper.
Yeah, you might not have. No one has any practice on
Treehouse.
this game really, so
Yeah.
except maybe Don.
at Nintendo.
Yeah, I put a few hours on it when we had it in the warehouse.
Pretty
Watch out
please.
for Don on those leaderboards.
Yeah. All right, Well, thank you so
Who
much
doesn't
for
fight a
coming,
Z?
Mr. James, and
Switch
telling us a
action
little bit
in
about
today's GF.
Arcade Archives, Donkey Kong, and Arcade Archives Sky Skipper.
Fighters,
The
bro. I'm hyped for
first-hand
fighters on the
experience that you
Switch.
have with both of these titles is something that no one else can claim.
No, there's a couple other people, but they don't work at Nintendo anymore.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty cool that you've seen basically the release.
I'm in the Pokemon line. Now I have to wait 4
every
hours to
Nintendo
play.
game since Donkey Kong.
Raw, stay.
Every
Don't leave the
single,
line, bro.
Platform, game.
Why
It's
do
been
you
a,
want to keep
incredible
seeing Dragon Ball?
experience for
I
36
want to
years
see
with this
like
company.
how the game runs and everything
watch
heavy.
the innovation
Because I haven't
and
really
craziness
seen
that,
like
it
I
is
think
working
there
in the
was
video
some
game
direct
industry.
footage
Yeah, and I'm sure
somewhere, but I
being
want to
here
see
at E3 is
direct
sort of like
footage.
one of those yearly, you know,
That's not
those
an
yearly
excuse.
touchstones where we all
That's
come
not an
together
excuse
and
anymore.
show our latest games off to the world.
I've been to every single E3.
That is a badge
Bro,
of
it's because
honor.
it's
I
fire.
didn't know
Because
that.
Dragon Balls
Honor
is
or
fire.
shame, I'm not sure.
Stay
Well, that was
in
great.
line.
So, going back to
Yeah,
Arcade
Raw.
Archives Donkey Kong for a second, Don, do you have any info about when that will be released?
You know, the greatest thing, I've got the pleasure of announcing that it's available right now, and you can download it today.
That's it.
now.
Nintendo's doing a
Arcade
lot of
Archives
that.
Donkey Kong
It's
is
available right now.
on Nintendo eShop. So get out there. Maybe if you know Donkey Kong well,
Probably not gonna get it, though.
Try to put up some high scores. If you don't, like me,
Probably not
get some
gonna
of those
get it,
tricks
though.
Sam showed, and maybe get yourself a new high score because I didn't even know how to. grab
Hey,
some
what's
points.
up, man?
As much as I've been playing
You had
Arcade
fun?
Archives Donkey Kong,
Where'd y'all go?
I'm
To
gonna
the library?
download it the moment I can
Awesome.
because it's not enough.
Oh,
You know, a
is
great
that-
game is great forever, and I'm going to be playing as much Donkey Kong as I can. As far as Arcade Archives Sky Skipper, that is going to be releasing on Nintendo eShop next month.
All right, so Arcade Archives Donkey Kong available right now. Arcade Archives Sky Skipper
Nintendo's doing
will
a
be
lot of
available
that.
next month.
Available right now.
Once again, thank you to Sam for showing us those, putting in through the paces
Yeah,
on
the
those games. And Don
octones.
James, Nintendo America, pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing some of that those deep cuts with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
This is great. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I don't want
Thanks
that.
for tuning in to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
be right
off
back with a
screen,
look
though.
at Starlink Battle for Atlas. So don't go.
Oh, the Starlink! I can't wait to see that, bro. Starlink Battle for Atlas? Star Fox. That's off screen. Alright, when they come back, we're going to be watching Starlink. I'm going to be right back, dudes, in less than 5 minutes. All right, I can't wait, dudes. They're going to show Starlink mix. Starlink is the Star Fox game we've always wanted. I want to see some fighters on the Switch too, man. I hope they show off the new Star Fox amiibo and stuff like that too. Oh, there is some. Dragon Ball Fighter Z on Switch is 1080p and 60 frames per second, according to GameSpot. Oh, Fighters is looking clean, bro. My bad, dudes. I'm watching the Switch version. Fighters on Switch is looking clean, bro. So Fighter Z on Switch is 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's cool. Starlink's fun. Yeah, it does, Heavy. Yeah, I agree, Heavy. It's the Star Fox game we always wanted. Yeah, Heavy. It's the Star Fox game we've been longing for. Oh, Fighters on the Switch looking clean, bro. Boom. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up to everybody coming into the chat? This is Nintendo's E3. I need you guys to do a couple things. First, thumbs up this stream. Let's get the stream over 100 likes, dudes. Over 100 likes. It is. I just watched the GameStop footage. They said that it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. Fighter Z on the Switch. 1080p, 60 frames per second Fighters. But you knew a fighting game has to be 60 frames per second. Yeah, docked. I think undocked is going to be 720p, of course, because the portable screen is only 720p. When does Starlink come out? I don't know, bro, but day one buy, bro. I need to start writing down the games I'm getting, bro. Starlink is one of them. What's up? What?
We're in the sky. We're doing the sky base.
Oh, how far did y'all build up real high?
We're on the backside.
Oh, wow. But 1080p. It's 1080p, 60 frames per second. I ain't lying, AC. That's what it said. That's what GameStop is saying. I mean, GameSpot. And GameSpot, reputable. They have direct feed gameplay, no lie. Let's go. Glad they got it at 1080p and 60. Let's go, man. We're waiting for them to return. Looks exactly the same, which is a good thing. Another game on the list of Switch games. Yep. All right, they're back.
Hey everyone, we're back.
Let's check out Starlink.
We're going to take a look at Starlink Battle for Atlas. And to show off this game, we brought some people that know this game probably better than anyone, our friends from Ubisoft. We have Matt, the producer for Starlink Battle for Atlas, and Laurent, the creative director. So really excited to have you guys and to sort of show us what you've been working on. I'm really excited to see what you guys have to show us. So
yeah,
Starlink.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah.
This game looks
Starlink
fire,
Battle for
bro.
Atlas is an open-world action-adventure game that's going to take you 400 light years
Starlink comes out next
the
month?
Atlas star system, and it follows the journey of a team
No
called the
way.
Starlink Initiative who are blasting off there. And it features this really, really cool modular starship where every single piece that you put on instantly appears in game and lets you adapt and reconfigure your abilities on the fly to take on any challenge.
It's so cool. I'm so excited.
So basically the game is based around this idea of a modular starship. So you can see here I got my Joy-Con on my Starlink mount, and the first thing you're going to want to do is plug in a character. So all
this has
different abilities. So right here I'm going to take Mason Rana, who is in our story is the inventor of the Starlink technology.
This has to work
slide him in,
with the Pro
as
controller.
soon as you link it there,
David Chu, thanks for subscribing. And the game looks good on the Switch, bro.
What you want to do is equip yourself with a starship. So they all belong to.
Do you see how this looks?
This one belongs to like a high performance class, so it allows you to be extremely agile. So I'm gonna connect it right now, and you can see it appears instantly in the game. I'm gonna plug in some wings.
Yeah, probably need some wings. Look, I love
That's
that.
dope when you as you put it on. I'm playing with Fox McCloud. The R-Wing from beginning to end, bro. No, Starlink comes out in October. That's what I thought.
You can stack parts, you can reverse parts. Anything you build will be instantly recreated in game.
When in October? What day in October does this come out? October when? When in October?
How your ship works in the game.
When does Mario Party come out
after
too?
You build your starship is to link some weapons. So we're going to start with this Gatling here. It's a great medium range.
I'm going to pretend I'm playing Star Fox. We finally got a Star Fox game for the Switch. I'm playing with the R-Wing from beginning to
end. You can
end.
deliver a series of homing missiles to our target, so that's pretty cool. So you're in
When
the
does Mario
Atlas
Party
Star
come out
system
again?
now, and you can go pretty much anywhere. But right now we are on a mission to track down a big unit from the Forgotten Legion, the enemy of the game. That's
16th
the
of
Legion
October
Prime.
16th.
So we don't know the location of the Prime, but we know that it just planted a big extractor on this planet.
Starlink is going to be fire,
it's
bro.
destroying this planet. So we got to destroy that extractor tower to be able to locate the Prime.
And I see you flying into the planet. I really like you have that sort of that. You obviously fly once you get to the planet, but flying into planets I feel like is a cool part of making that.
That
world
is
big.
dope, bro. And look at that. You're going into the atmosphere.
From space down to the surface of planets, from planets back.
Bro, I'm loving this game already.
And there's tons of things to discover. In
Mario
space as
Party's
well.
October
Points of
5th.
interest and derelict spaceships.
Oh, you guys
and
don't know.
hideouts, all sorts of cool, fun things.
Bro, I'm going to be so hyped for this game.
And these planets are actually real spherical circumnavigable planets.
What?
So Laurent's currently landed on
This
the
is
night
No
side of
Man's
Xenoblade.
Sky done right.
He could fly completely around this sphere, go to the day side, discover
October
different
16th
secrets
is
and
Starlink.
history,
Yeah.
and puzzles.
When is Mario Party?
You know, these are absolutely massive open worlds.
Yeah, they look like vibrant ecosystems. I'm seeing foliage. I'm seeing some creatures running around.
Oh yeah,
all that
absolutely.
stuff.
Each has its own unique flora and fauna. There's different factions that you can ally with, and you can actually, you know, collect. So, for instance, you know, the animals that you're seeing, you could go scan them, take DNA samples, and take that
October
to a local,
5th.
scientist faction called
October
the Expedition,
5th is
who will help use
Mario
that to craft
Party.
mods to upgrade all of your gear.
It's crazy.
That's really cool.
Crazy,
So
bro.
right now I'm entering the electrical storm that is caused by this extractor tower. So we're gonna land on the ground at any time.
They
so you
better
can fly
play
in
with
game
the
mode, but
R-Wing.
At any time you can land and transition to skimming mode like this. This tower is protected by those Cyclopes from the Legion.
This game looks so
let's try to take
good.
them down.
Bro, Ubisoft are some dope developers, man. This game is
You
looking
can dodge
fire,
left
bro.
and right to avoid their projectiles. You can also jump
With
like
R-Wing.
this. And if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
hold
yeah, I'm
the
getting that
jump button,
R-Wing
you're able to,
and Fox McCloud,
oh, wow,
bro.
this one's aggressive. So if you hold the jump button, you can hover a bit in the air like this. So that's very useful to avoid the attacks
Game's
of the
looking
enemies.
fire, bro.
There's actually a ton of depth to
Yes,
combat,
Psycho.
so,
You think that they would have
I don't know if you're
shown
noticing, but, you know,
the
Laurent's able to
R-Wing, bro.
aim right at their eye to do extra critical damage, take those guys out. You have a shield, and if you time that shield just right, you can use that to parry their attacks as they come in, reflect them back at them.
Come
so
on.
It's one of those kind of things that's easy to
Come
learn and
on.
easy to get in, really accessible controls, but there's a ton of depth there to master.
That's really cool.
So right now I'm trying to take down this extractor node to get access to the main weak point of this extractor tower. So there it is. But the Forgotten Legion are trying to protect themselves, so I got to avoid their attack while taking down their buildings.
And the ship that Laurent's in right now is called Pulse, and this is, as Laurent mentioned, it's kind of a performance ship. It's really, really fast. It's really agile. But it doesn't have a ton of armor. So you know
this game is looking dope.
Depending on your
how about Monster Hunter? When does Monster
kind of
Hunter come
choice
out?
of which ship,
I'm trying
which
to
wings,
plan
which
my.
weapons you're
Oh
using,
my goodness.
will constantly evolve into something people experiment with and find kind of their preference.
And I imagine you might even want to switch out sort of different things depending on what enemy you're facing or what situation you're in.
Absolutely, yeah. So here, for example,
August
I can
28th,
decide to
August
switch
28th.
at any time my Frost Barrage from my Levitator. And Levitator is a great weapon.
Monster Hunter, I saw it says August 28th.
So we make them float around. It's also very, very useful against enemies like this Ice Cyclops, because it can make them float and then they're not attacking me. So I can
Smash was December 7th, right?
I love that you just switched out that weapon in real time. It's almost like, I mean, you're the pilot as a player in this game, but you're almost also like the engineer that's like lurking in the bottom of the spaceship, switching out the weapons or the wings or changing the weight. Like, you don't usually get to play that role, I guess, and do it manually.
And certainly, it's almost unprecedented to have that kind of ship customization in real time in the middle of combat, right? Like anything you can think of, you can experiment and try that out right away.
So right now I just used my pilot ability, so Mason Rana can trigger an orbital strike.
Yeah, Psycho. This is what Star Fox Zero should have been, bro. We finally getting a good Star Fox game. Okay, August 28th for Monster Hunter. I got that.
And so when you destroy towers like this,
how about
storm will clear out.
When is Octopath Traveler coming out?
Take away this
Octopath Traveler. I might have to see, because I need a plan to see what games to prioritize.
So I want to show
Smash
you a different
December
chip.
7th.
So we just finished the Extractor. We're going to go after the Prime, but let's reconfigure a bit and link a new ship. So you can, at any time, you can remove your starship like this.
You're at a Nintendo presentation?
Just laid out in front of us. It's so cool.
Yeah, totally.
They better show the R-Wing.
We can switch pilots. So I'm going to equip a Judge or alien robot from the Starlink initiative. And
I think they're saving the R-Wing for last.
So
they have to show the R-Wing, bro.
Alien, as you just kind of saw zoomed in on his head there.
I don't know,
the
David.
founder of the Starlink initiative, Victor St. Grand, actually built this containment suit to help him.
July 13th is what? Octopath Traveler, yeah.
And Judge has a super powerful.
Oh my goodness, so many games, bro.
Slowing down time.
Why Nintendo do this? Why you do this, Nintendo?
To take out, weak points or take out bosses, or even
Octopath July 13th, got it.
So I just connected his ship that we call Neptune.
NBA 2K19. When does NBA 2K19 come out? I could look it up too.
I'm gonna keep my. Actually, I'm gonna switch to my Volcano Gatling. It's a Gatling that is able to also increase the temperature of the enemies and
so many
make
games.
them weaker.
September
so
11th. September 11th is 2K19.
We got this overhead shot, picture-in-picture of the that starship in your hands. It looks so cool as you like clicked it in and.
Overcooked 2. When does
Completely
Overcooked 2 come
that
out?
I was using before. This is kind of a tank class. Tons of armor. Really stable. No one's going to knock you out of the sky.
I need to plan this stuff, bro. I got to schedule these games, bro.
Different handling to Pulse.
So
September,
yeah. In the game, like here, those lights belong to an outpost
for
that
NBA is September 11th.
With. You can talk to them,
Overcooked
offer
2.
help to them, and to have them to join the alliance against the Forgotten Legion.
August 7th.
And this
August 7th.
I was going to say, it's like it's a fully circumnavigable planet. So we were on the dark side, but now we're making our way to the light side of the planet here.
Wow.
I love the art style. I think it has a very attractive look to it. And,
look how good this game, and this is running on the Switch, bro.
Keep in mind that
Ubisoft are amazing developers, bro.
Unlocks a digital version of itself.
Come on, dudes. Look how good this game is looking on the Switch.
And then you swap to handheld mode. You still have access to your full collection and this full giant open world experience.
Bro, I put on the R-Wing. Hey,
which right now
I'm changing this game to Star Fox. Star Fox, Nintendo Switch.
So, let's go after
That's what I'm calling this game. Star Fox, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, the enemies on this planet, they have like animal-like movements, but seem robotic as well.
Look at this, bro.
An ancient group.
Oh man, this is a day one buy easy, dude. This game looks fire. Oh yeah, FIFA 2. I might get FIFA. We'll see. I don't know about EA. They be tripping, bro.
That you're gonna dig into and learn more about
FIFA is
the story. And
FIFA 19.
Reason, they've actually kind of come up back out of the ground. They've been revived.
September
There's been a reawakening.
28.
And now they're starting to begin a harvest and actually completely take over and destroy these planets. So, you know, not only are you fighting to save Atlas, but, you know, the implications of them completing their mission actually have much bigger effect on the entire galaxy beyond.
So I'm going to use my pilot ability there, so Judge can slow down time. So it's great because it gives me more time to take down the main core weak point of this creature.
Bro, this game is looking dope, bro. This game is looking dope, bro.
So now he's not happy.
Got him not to be a sponsor. It's $5 a month.
Why fly guy?
But become a sponsor, bro.
Fact, not only the enemies,
$5? Not $5, bro.
All enemies and allies.
Let me shout out the newest sponsor. Who was the newest sponsor?
Traditional open world games. Every single enemy, every ally, every animal.
It was Shamar.
Always living.
Thanks, Shamar, for being the our newest sponsor. You too can become a sponsor. And free $10 eShop digital code to every new sponsor. All right, let's go. Back to the game. Wow, bro, this game is looking so good. Do y'all see what I see right now?
That can cause the difference.
If you're just now coming in, give the stream a thumbs up, as well as go ahead and share the stream on social media, Twitter, Facebook. Help your boy out. Help your boy out.
To your advantage, because, you know, keep in mind it's also your allies. So, you know, if you go down to a planet and, you know, build up tons of
this game is looking good.
And turrets and alliance, you know, really build that strong alliance. Even when you're not on that planet, they're still fighting back against the Legion.
September 28 is FIFA.
And helping.
All right, the only game I need is when does Fighters come out, bro.
So right now the Prime.
Fighters.
The Prime is trying to find what we call an Electrum vein. The Electrum, it's like a rare mineral that is in abundance in the world of Atlas, and he's gonna try to.
Yeah, Pearly. This game looks really good. I see you in the main chat, Pearly.
We're gonna have to.
Do a barrel roll. I see you, Kareem. What's up, Kareem? What's up, dude?
It's like the second phase of this combat.
I can't get over how good this game looks on this running on the Switch. This is Switch footage right now, bro. Ubisoft are one of the best developers in the world, man. Ubisoft knows how. Oh, V-Rally Racing. I want to check that out too. I want to see V-Rally better have online on the Switch. V-Rally is a racing game.
I'm like, wow, that's so pretty.
I need to see, when does V-Rally Racing come out on the Switch?
You see like a distant outlaw stronghold or something in space that you could fly to. You know, you're actually fully.
It's V-Rally 4, I think.
Star system here. And you know, Atlas is 7 giant open worlds.
V-Rally 4
you can visit. Each one is so unique and handcrafted. You can actually see one
September.
In the sky, just above around there.
September what?
But each one of these, you know, has layers of history that we've developed and secrets that you can discover.
The game coming.
So.
September.
Also,
it doesn't say when.
So
it just says September.
You can also change all your equipment at any
V-Rally
time.
is a racing game I'm looking forward to.
We actually got something special for you that we brought that we're super excited to show you.
They're gonna do it.
I'm excited.
Star Fox.
You already know that there's.
Let's go. Man, this game looks good.
Yes.
Coming into Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Bro,
like,
they would advise.
Look
at how cool that looks, bro.
Like, we added some mechanical movement here, so
oh.
we can move the wings like that and put it into combat position.
Oh.
It looks really, really good.
Oh.
And we also have Fox McCloud, of course, here. And so we wanted to show you something that we haven't shown to anybody yet, which is what happens when you connect Fox to the game.
Let's do it. This is exclusive. First time seeing this.
So let's do this, and let's finish the Prime. like this.
First time
I'm gonna
seeing
remove
this.
Judge here, and I'm gonna connect Fox.
We better be able to hook
let's
this
do
to our
that
pro
game.
controllers. Bro, it's a shame that a third-party developer made a Star Fox game better than Nintendo. Oh, the
You can actually play
fan
as Fox
service.
throughout the entire game,
Yes.
the entire campaign.
I'm
And
playing.
Not only that, exclusively on Nintendo Switch, of course, we also have a whole set of Star Fox missions. And it follows the story of how Fox came to Atlas and how he's teamed up with the Starlink initiative.
Oh!
And there may be some other familiar, friendly faces along the way.
Exclusive
So cool. I think
Nintendo
Fox
Switch
and his
missions
crew
for
out, you know, in space, and then connecting with this
Bro.
star system, and then inserting into the storyline.
Bro.
And for us, you know, Star Fox was just such a wonderful, natural fit. It's been, you know, a dream of
Man.
ours, to be able to invite,
Man.
you know, Fox and his crew into Atlas, and so it's, you know, it's just amazing how closely and how naturally.
Mark my words, this game is going to sell the best
It seems
on
like
the
a perfect
Switch.
pairing, and the R-Wing does
Watch.
not look out of place here. It looks awesome.
Yeah, totally.
And I noticed, Laurent, that you didn't actually attach any weapons to it.
Yeah,
But you still have
absolutely.
lasers, though.
Absolutely, because when you don't attach weapon, and this is the only ship who does that, when you don't attach weapon to the R-Wing, you can actually use the laser cannon from the R-Wing.
From
I
the
can charge
R-Wing.
my shot like I'm doing here to do devastating damage.
Just
on
like the
Prime.
R-Wing.
And this is awesome
This is
because you
fire.
can use the wings as weapons exclusively with those particular wings.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
But of
This
course,
is
you can
dope.
also attach any of the other weapons to
I-
the R-Wing, which is like
absolutely.
something we've never seen. Is the R-Wing with like a, I don't know, a Gatling gun or a flamethrower or something?
Absolutely, you can see there I just connected my levitator on my left wing, so I can still use my laser.
That's
the
so
laser
dope.
on my
As soon
right
as he
wing,
connected it
but,
on the
I can
on
use
his
my
controller,
levitator from my
it
left
connected
side.
it in
And of course,
game.
keep in mind, you know, you can
Man,
go up, you know, fly at any time.
This is so
you can
dope,
exit
bro.
The atmosphere.
this is so
anytime.
dope. This
It looks
is
like
dope.
Laurent's gonna finish off this prime.
Called the Star
We got
Fox
it.
on the Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, Heavy G.
I like how Fox swooped
Star
in.
Fox on the
Yeah,
Switch,
okay,
bro.
exactly. Today.
We got Star Fox on the Switch, bro. Bro. And it even has, look at this
When you
little,
destroy the prime like this, you'll be able to retrieve it.
oh, like when he got hit,
And,
like he
and also
squinched.
some mods for
Check
your,
out
for-
the
for your-
avatar
for your
right
starship
here.
and weapons, 'cause you
Check
can,
this
put
out
different
right
mods to
here,
make your
bro.
gear even better.
This
Each
is so
pilots also
cool.
Have a different ability, but they also have
When you move to the
different,
left, like he
skill
moves.
trees that you can customize as you play the
I
Bro!
think you just got a powerful mod now. Why don't you go and augment the R-Wing?
Yeah, absolutely.
is fire.
So let's do that.
He just
let
did
me
a barrel
go
roll
in
too,
my,
by the way.
mod
Kareem, you saw
screen
that? He
here,
did a barrel roll.
And this
They
one
had to have had the
was
barrel
the
roll in
speed.
there.
I
You can
just
do
change
barrel
it and
rolls.
Let's say, for example,
Do a
plus
barrel
35
roll.
handling and
You
more
can do a
speed.
barrel
So
roll.
let's take this one.
This is fire,
And
bro.
there's a ton of depth to the RPG progression in Starlink. So each of your ships, you know, has different cores, different armors.
Oh my
boosters,
goodness,
you know, your weapons,
Starlink.
You can swap out the ammo. Your pilots are fully upgradable, and you know. It actually goes way deeper than that.
Yeah, and you mentioned all the ships. I
Wow.
mean, switching ships is cool, but switching ships is also important. Like if you die, if you lose a mission, you could bring in a new ship, and you
Yeah,
kind of
that's
need
right.
those to progress.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, it's really, really important for us that, you know, the entire game is something you can finish just with the starter pack. You get a ton of content in the starter
Yeah.
pack on Nintendo Switch. You know, the starter pack actually comes with the legendary R-Wing. It comes with Fox McCloud. It comes with Mason Rana, who's a pilot that Laurent was using earlier. He's kind of the newest member of the Starlink initiative. It comes with digital versions of some equipment. It also comes with some weapons and things like that. But it also comes with additional digital content.
This is dope.
For instance, Mason's ship Zenith and the wings for that.
So really, it comes with everything. It's going to come with everything you need to sort of
Look
have
at
this
this.
adventure. But of
That's
course,
right.
you could get more things, more weapons, more
Yeah,
mods.
totally. So, you know, for sure you can complete
Star
the entire
Fox.
game just
Star
with the
Fox
starter
on the
pack.
Switch.
You know, there's none of that kind of hard gating of like, oh, there's a blue door, you need the blue spaceship to go through
It's
it.
a no-brainer, bro.
But, you know, for us, it's kind of this simplistic deck building element where, you know, we want the more ships
This
that
is
you
fire.
have, the more parts that you have, the more creative options you have to really customize and build your play
This is
style,
fire,
and
bro.
really make, you know, your dream starship.
This
and,
is
you know,
fire.
your play style right fine-tuned to your liking.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to show on camera, but the feel of clicking these weapons and wings together is something that I've gotten to experience preparing for this
is
segment,
dope,
and
man.
It just has that.
This is
it kinda
dope.
takes me back to being a kid. Or,
I like the
I'm
details,
flying
man.
around with the ship and attaching different wings. I was putting the R-wings on backwards, which looks kind of cool because everything can go either direction. So you can have a flamethrower pointing backwards or something.
Absolutely, yeah. And you
This
can
is
even
just dope, man.
the R-wing embeds the
This is
Starlink
some
technology,
dope
so you
stuff.
can remove its wing, flip them if you want. You can, like you were saying, yeah, you can connect like the flamethrower here, and if I fire it now, I connected it backwards, so it will fire backwards. If some enemies are attacking me from the back, I can use that strategy.
You can
or
shoot
can put it
behind you.
like this.
And keep in mind, as Laurent showed
Are you
earlier,
kidding
can
me
actually
on the
stack
fly?
parts on parts,
So somebody's
add,
behind me. You could
additional
turn your
wings or
weapon
stuff like
behind,
the wings there,
around
make an
on your
extra
toy,
wide
Could you show
and it
that really
shoots
quick? I don't know
behind
if
you.
I'm on the way to attack something, but it's cool when you stack a couple extra things on and
Yeah, absolutely. So, for example, I can stack those wings here, and it will provide me with more defense. You can see actually that when I'm putting another wing on the ship kind of tilts a bit.
It did.
Take the weight of the piece, and but then correct itself. And
this is a pretty wicked looking R-wing, actually.
Yeah. I like that.
Bro, this is dope, man.
So those wings that Laurent just added are armor wings, so those are going to add more defense.
Look at that. Now it's like a tank.
That's awesome. And the trade
Barrel.
barrel.
I saw that
Absolutely,
barrel.
you can do
Barrels.
Yeah.
So the trade-off of adding more parts is that's increasing the weight of your ship in the world, and that's going to change a little bit the way that it handles in the game.
This game is fire, bro.
Oh yeah, and we've
This
paid
game is
extra close
fire.
attention to detail. So the barrel roll works just like it does in Star Fox. That'll deflect projectiles as they're coming in. We're staying really, really true to the look and feel and effect.
Yeah, I think the Star Fox integration is something, the voices, if the Star Fox voices sound familiar, it's because it is the same cast as the Star Fox Zero. So you guys really went the extra mile to work with us and to get those characters sounding as authentic as possible.
Absolutely.
And even your own characters. It seems like you guys put a lot
sit
of
on
work
the
into
couch
building out a
somewhere with
cast
it. Be
of
careful with it.
characters. They're all the fully
Close
voiced
the door.
game.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels like a world that's been, this feels like a fully realized world to me that's just kind of waiting for you to join.
Look how
the
good
game.
this
Yeah,
looks,
this
bro.
is really a huge open world experience. We're so happy to bring it to the
dope.
Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
In this way, I can't wait. We're only just scratching the surface here of
Ubisoft.
an enormous game. So with full cinematics, a full campaign.
Ubisoft.
All sorts of
Ubisoft gets a hand
content,
clap for
and this
this.
incredible dynamic living
Ubisoft
world,
gets
that
a
can't wait for people to
hand
get their hands on.
clap
You can
for
always, each planet also
this.
that we've created are
Fire,
have
bro.
their own history. We build their history and the
This
mythology
is fire, man.
about what happened on those worlds and the previous civilizations who tried to
Zelda,
establish
Splatoon,
themselves on
Rocket
those
League.
worlds.
I
They
got
have
all
their own
those games, Heavy G,
flora
but that's
and
dope.
fauna. So here we can see we scan
Y'all
these
hear what the
creatures,
homie
get scanning
Heavy
the
G is
creatures and
saying?
retrieve,
There's a
flora
major
samples
sale
as
on the
well.
eShop
And the
right now.
characters will tell you,
Zelda,
more
Splatoon,
about,
Rocket
those
League.
creatures.
Check it
I
out.
love just this
Check
visual
out that
thoughts, in this-
sale right
this
now.
foreign star system, like investigating this
That's
crazy
dope.
creature, up close.
Totally. Yeah, we've got a lot of fun dialogue about that. So
We
That's
love
dope.
it too. It's just the first time Fox appeared in the game, we were like kids. I mean, generally we are a bit like kids in the project. We're so excited about like those starships and combining everything. We often play with those in the office. But when Fox arrived, it was like
This game is going to be fire,
Yeah,
bro.
it was cool. I was watching your press conference when you guys announced that Fox was in the game, and it got a really cool reaction. It's really exciting for all of us.
This game is
going
gonna
to
be
time
fire,
on this segment,
bro.
but do you guys have any kind of closing thoughts you'd like to share with the Treehouse Live audience about your game?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us. It's an amazing moment to be there with you and be able to show this. The game will release on October 16th.
October
You
16th.
will have, of course, you will be
Yep,
able to.
I
can't
got
wait
it.
for people to put their hands
October
on
16th.
the R-Wing and play with it and with Fox. But the game also comes with exclusive Star Fox missions.
Exclusive Star Fox
Lots of
missions.
surprises in store. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What?
Thank you guys so much. Laurent, creative director for Starlink Battle for Alice. Matt,
This
producer.
game.
I hope you guys had a good
This
time looking at that
game.
I'm super excited to get my hands on it. You say get your hands on it about a lot of products, but like this one, literally, you get your hands on it. I mean, it is so cool.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. And stay tuned. We're going to be right back with some Super Smash Brothers Ultimate at a look at some new items we haven't shown yet. So stay tuned,
all right.
guys,
So we're
and
going to
we'll
get
be
some
right
more
back.
Smash. All right, I'll be right back. Of course, I take a break when they take a break today. 'Cause this thing can wear you out. I'll be right back, dudes. I need to make a phone call anyway. So I'll be back when they come back on. Hey, what's up, dudes? Hey, I have to go and take care of some stuff now because this stream is going to be all day. And so I'll be back. I'm going to keep the stream running so you guys can still check out the content. And I'll be back on later on throughout the day because it's all day basically. But I want you guys to see it. All right, so I'll be back.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So, D, what'd you get to show us, homie?
Yeah, so what we're going to do here is have a couple of matches and show off all the different items and some of the new items that are in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. In the meantime, Eric and I are just going to kind of battle it out between. So I'm going to start off and pick Villager, which is... Oh, my goodness, where did he go?
In the middle.
Up, right there. There you go. Okay.
You know why? Because you've been playing too much Ganon.
It really is. I immediately went straight to Ganon. Okay, so we're going to start out on Battlefields. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. And we wanted to show off some of the new items in particular, and we're just going to call them out as we see them.
Yes.
That way it's a little bit more
show
natural
off some new
for
items,
you guys
though.
so we can explain
I
it
sort of
as
want
you
to
see
see
it at
this.
that time.
Right, and this rule set has only these new items enabled, so we will be...
Yeah. That way you guys can get a better look
Villager
at
always
that.
had gloves? No.
There's quite a few new items in particular right here.
Yeah.
So this one in
Oh, the
particular is
bomb
really great.
walker.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
All right,
you
I'll
off.
be back.
I just wanted to blow up Eric over here. There you go. Continue.
Yes. So that is the bomber. That's from the Kirby series. That is an incredible item. You grab it and kind of hold it aloft, and then it explodes a couple seconds later. And the great thing about it is, as it explodes, like the blast radius is so big. Usually, it's too late unless you think on your feet. Like the second you see someone holding it, like you really got to get away because you cannot block it. You just got to take it.
And the Villager can pocket that from somebody. If he doesn't in time, you can actually steal it.
Yeah.
Another thing that I just hit was the fake Smash Ball, and that blew me over in a corner.
I absolutely love this item. It's kind of reminiscent of the fake item box in Mario Kart, you know?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
See?
That's a good
it's
call.
like has kind of the same coloration. It's like upside down, except this one is just tilted or turned 90 degrees. So you really have to look at it carefully when there's two Smash Balls. Like which one's the real one? One's going to blow up in my face, and one's going to save the day. So you can see
I'm just throwing
there's so
all
many
the
items.
at you.
Do you just put this launch star in the most nasty place? Let me try to... No, it didn't work. So basically, the way this launch star works... I'm sorry, I'm like...
No, go for it, man. Go for it.
Is that when you throw it, actually launches you in the opposite direction that it was thrown. So you can do some nasty things with it. You jump down... Deep, I mean this black hole. Thank you so much. That was really helpful when I was trying to explain. Hi. But this launch star, you throw it. We'll get another one in a second. Hey, look at that.
Okay, let me show this again. I'm just going to do it right
Show the people.
there.
Oh, that's a good one. And
So, look, hey, I'm going to go back to... Oh.
so it's great because Villager's great with that. With the great recovery, you can set this up and get to safety. Meanwhile, if you knock me off, I try to get back into the stage. Whoosh, I'm just KO'd.
Which is great.
I love when you throw it straight up because then it launches you straight down, which is even more dramatic.
Especially when you're at a higher percent and you get knocked higher up.
Right.
And then speaking of percentage, here is the healing field. So pretty much that will heal if you stay. Of course, you have to fight, to stay inside. And also keep everybody else out so they don't heal from that effect.
I love that one because it always becomes like the focal point of the battle once it's down. Trying to stay in it. It's like a king of the hill sort of situation.
Exactly. All right, so I think we introduced all of the items. Oh, except for that black hole right there. Which you saw me use already. Okay.
So this kind of sucks people into the middle of it and sets up some awesome boosh attacks. So they keep coming right back. That bomber has a timer on it as well. And I actually kind of walk across the stage. Did we really show the banana gun? How hilarious this thing is?
So normally you think it's a banana peel, but then bam, it actually blows up. Then I have a nice little handy banana peel.
Yes. Which you can pocket the banana in flight. You can pocket the peel after. Oh, jeez. You can do all sorts of things with that.
Oh, I was gonna try to hit you with that.
And that banana peel does crazy. Okay, thank you. That banana peel does crazy knockback as well.
Yeah,
so
it does
anyway,
really great KO damage too.
Are we gonna fight now?
You ready?
Okay, sorry.
All right. Oh, I knocked that away.
What?
Well, I picked it up. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah,
oh man,
did.
the nimble fingers.
Okay. Nope.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's my favorite way to use the launch star.
That was totally worth it. I'm gonna put you in there.
Psych.
Oh.
I guess I didn't really need it.
I was trying to throw you into it, and that was a colossal fail on my part.
Yeah, the other way I saw it used in when we were playing at work was like, I think, Demetrius, one time you went to the top of a stage, and then like you jumped up and you threw it down like as high as you could. So anytime you like up smash someone or get them in star, they would just like shoot off. Oh man, like there's a lot of interesting uses, especially with the new items. Also interact with all the older items from before, so you have all the stuff that you're familiar with, whether it's bombs and random like party balls and other things like that. Like they're definitely back. And crates. Crates also are a thing, and they're still filled with lots of goodies, lots of food too, which is most definitely my favorite.
Oh, I'm trying to steal that from him.
Where are you? Hi.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's too late.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I also noticed that the black hole here, it sucks up pretty much anything that has like a hurtbox hitbox. So whether it's an item that's there, whether it's a fighter that's there, and occasionally some even like assist trophies I've seen get sucked in.
Oh, that's so good. All right, there you go. One thing that I had happen yesterday, just playing a little bit, was really fun. Was the fake smash ball. It can get hit in really funny opportunities. So I did a final smash with Sheik. And Sheik dashes all around the stage, and the fake smash ball floated in between my opponent and my attack, so I attacked the fake smash ball and the opponent, and both went off, and I KO'd the opponent. So I attacked the fake smash ball and the opponent, and both went off, and I KO'd the opponent. It was really neat.
Totally planned.
Who? Show the people
totally
the banana pocket. You got to,
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got to pocket this banana. This thing's knockback is crazy. Thanks for this. This is really great. Okay. I don't want to hit this. Oh, you didn't pocket the banana.
Oh, why did I punch his pocket? There's another one right there. Oh, no, don't. Oh, wow, that missed. I just want to hit you with a plant. Can I just...
Nope. Nope.
Just take the umbrella.
Okay.
Take it.
Now that we've showed everything off, let's actually fight for real.
Yes, I want to see this.
Okay. And let's see. Oh, well, we're going to do this on Tortimer Island, correct?
Tortimer's Island?
Okay. Yeah. Works for me. And I am still villager, right? Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be same setup.
Tortimer Island's down.
Where'd you go?
Down to the left. Down
Why
right
can I see
there. Bingo. All right. Villager. I'll take that. Okay.
Let's choose your name.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Oh, wait, are we? Yeah,
sometimes.
we're good. I haven't spent a lot of time with Pac-Man. I need to get better with Pac-Man, but
yeah,
I'll do my
too.
best.
No, I'm kidding. Pac-Man is really difficult but fun. For me, at least, there are certain characters that, for me, I have a little bit harder time controlling. The Villager, JC's really good with the Villager. Annoyingly good with the Villager, but it's always fun playing against him on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's so funny is, frankly, I'll give it a shout. I based off, my Villager against with the Japanese player and how he plays. It was Ranai, and he has a really annoying Villager. What he'll do is he'll just keep distance from you and just constantly peck at you with like everything, but he'll constantly keep a distance until it's completely safe. So. All right, so more items. Of course, you're seeing a lot of the items start to pop up here, but it's also interesting use for items. Like, I do love playing with items. It doesn't matter, 1v1, free for all. It doesn't matter to me. I love items because I love the randomness of it all, right? Because sometimes I'll expect to use an item one way, and then maybe it doesn't work out the way it did. That worked out very nice.
Oh no, I can't swim.
Oh, I was trying to hit him right back into the launch star again. No. Oh.
What? Oh.
Oh.
That's bad.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Why would I? Okay.
Probably you don't want to do that.
I want to do this, though.
No. Oh.
Ow. That banana peel, you do slip on it, of course.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Oh. No.
Oh.
I was hoping you were
and I'm going to heal. Man, you just give Nala good items. What?
Oh, durian.
Oh, no.
Someone's got to pick up a durian and use it. That fruit is awful. Tastes okay, smells terrible. It's like dirty gym socks.
1 week old.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, like, I don't mind the taste every now and then, but I'm like, you know, after chewing on it for only so much, if I don't hold my nose, I can't do it, man. I can't. I've tried. I mean, I tried drinking candy and other stuff, but, you know. Now that, I hope, is not an item.
No! Can you use it against me? Come on.
Oh!
Ooh, that was a nice smash.
Okay, that was brutal on my part.
Ooh.
Did you forget that one was there?
Where's that healing field? I need it.
Here, come here. Let me just plant that, and then I just want to hit you with an axe. Okay.
What's cool about the stage is the trees will actually switch or change. It's kind of a dynamic stage in that regard.
I remember, like, sometimes I'll play with, like, 1 or 2 trees. Sometimes it'll just be none.
Oh, there's bees.
Why is it so zoomed out? Oh, it's because of the shark. There's a
Yeah, I
shark.
think it was, yeah. And the bees are probably attached to one of the trees or something.
Okay.
Or,
I don't want to hit that. I want to. No! That's bad. That's real bad.
Oh!
and that's called a well-timed dodge roll. That was great. That was great.
Ooh, I'm going to set up the shark. Sharknado.
Shark.
I don't know I'm supposed to say that.
Oh, fake smash ball.
That's a fake one.
Oh,
I love how the,
careful now.
I love how the fake smash ball doesn't go
Pac-Man.
away from you. Like, it goes towards you. Like,
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm okay with it, the way it just happened there.
Oh, I picked that up?
I'm
Thought you
not
had that.
sure what happened there. Hey, you can have the durian. Oh.
That's not what I wanted to do at all.
hey, nobody puts, you know, fire hydrants on Captain's boat. Get 'em.
This is not gonna work for me.
Oh,
No,
that's
you
so
broke it. Oh, I so wanted that to happen.
great.
That would have been great.
Oh,
Big yo, clip that.
Oh, dude. That would have been awesome. Well, kind of. That would be unfortunate. There, unfortunate.
You just sent that banana to sea. I don't know why you did that. It's an ocean banana now. Hello?
Oh.
I thought I could dare dodge that. The bees! The bees are all over you.
Black hole.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Did it suck all the bees?
It looked like it. Maybe they went away. I mean, that was a little...
No! Point blank!
Point
Oh,
blank, son.
that was like banana execution right there, man. That's messed up.
Just thought you needed a little, you know, a little bit of bananas. That's all. A little potassium. All right, there we go. You know, I honestly don't know what the count is right now. I don't know who's in the lead.
It's okay. Don't need to keep count, man. Just play. As long as it's fun, keep playing.
Who's going?
Oh!
Making you lose.
I didn't know you could do it.
Wow, that's premature.
I'm okay to get away from that.
Hey, there's your healing field that you wanted.
No, he's gonna. Okay, get out.
There we
This
go.
is my healing field.
Stand in there. Yes. Soak it up.
What? Oh, I
Yes.
forgot about the trajectory of that one. Just get out. It's mine. Wow. What?
What's really funny is the first time I saw the healing field, it kind of looks like one of those what's it called, like a banana sprout or like a banana blossom, you know? It's kind of shaped like
A banana blossom?
yeah, dude. If you see it like a banana tree when it's blossoming, it kind of looks like a thing on the ground. Is that like a kind of like a bamboo flower or bamboo shoot or
Oh,
something?
why would I do that?
Sorry, I keep thinking about food because I'm hungry.
Ooh.
30 seconds.
Oh, that was a hard read right there. I really thought he was going to jump. Oh. I always
got
forget
hit with
that
that
Pac-Man
point
goes a
blank.
bit further. There you go.
Very nice.
I think I'm still up at like one. Oh.
Black hole.
Potentially. Yeah, and that's also
And
another new.
launch pad. Right
I don't know what to do. What do I do?
Oh.
Okay. I still have a chance.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh yeah, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Don't get hit by the flan. Oh,
Yeah.
neutral air.
I was trying to use my slingshot and just
It's-
time it out right.
Yeah, so that was good.
I was trying.
It's a good read.
Good
Woo.
match. Good match.
Good win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So move on.
Yeah, moving on to
Alright.
different
Moving
set
right
of
along.
items.
Yeah, let's do this.
So we're gonna kind of create our own game mode here.
Oh yeah. Shall I describe what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way this is gonna work is that we're going to do a little bit of kind of like an item battle, right? We're going to take turns, and we're going to try and set it up to where we can have like a couple Pokeballs show up. And I guess, how do we have the rules in? It was like whoever finds like the first Pokeball and they throw it, right?
Yeah, whoever finds the first Pokeball can use it. Then the next person gets to use the Pokeball.
Right.
But they can guard that.
Right.
And not let the person use it.
It's like a turn-based Pokemon battle. So you're able to throw a Pokeball, and if that was your last one, it's the other person's turn to go grab that Pokeball. Or if it's the other person's turn, you can defend them from getting a Pokeball because you know it's their turn to pick one up, but you can deny them. So
yes, Pokeballs only.
Pokeballs only. And this is so meta. There's Pokemon throwing Pokemon. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable entirely with this.
And there are a lot of new Pokemon too, right?
Yes. Oh man. Yes, there are. And especially if you're playing, you know, the more recent Pokemon games, you'll definitely notice a few new ones, which I'm super. I do have a favorite though, and if he shows up,
buddy.
Off to a wonderful start. Oh, man.
Bye-bye.
And Smitty can just stand there and have a good time.
Nope.
You can also
I cannot
pick it up.
use it. Oh no! I can pick it up and throw it off, but I can't actually use it.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
This is
That's a new one,
Raichu.
Yep.
Oh, this is really annoying.
That's bad. This thing is bad news. And also.
Oh, do you want that Master Ball, right?
Family
No.
member.
Oh, deny.
Wait, did you steal that Master Ball?
I did.
Oh,
Come on,
totally.
man. That was
He
dirty.
just chucked it.
Oh.
Oh, that's so.
Whose
This
turn
looks
is
like-
that?
Oh, you let him have it. Oh, bonus snows. Great.
Get frozen. Get frozen.
Oh, that was a nice nugget. Oh, smart. Oh,
beware.
That's a new one
Come
too.
on.
Beware. Also known as Murder Bear.
Get him. Uppercut. So
Beware.
good.
Seriously, this thing terrifies me.
Thanks,
He's so
Infiltration.
evil.
We'll take that from
Where
you.
did I-
Hope you don't mind if I borrowed it. Oh, that's so good.
No, you don't.
I want
Deny.
it. Give me that.
Another one.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't get it out.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay, see.
That hit you.
that's
Hit you in the
okay.
head.
Wait a
I
second.
understand. You tried. You tried. You
Another
tried
new
your
one.
best.
I won't touch that excellent.
It's honor system
Hey,
here.
I don't need your charity, man. I got this.
Oh, no.
Oh, this
no.
is-
This is Orso.
It's a new Abra.
Why? Yeah,
So
he just
Abra
basically-
just causes chaos.
This is actually my
Yeah.
favorite Pokemon, too. Every
So
time I play
mean.
Pokemon, it's my favorite design and everything.
Oh.
Love
Yeah,
Abra.
he basically just grabs the opponent or other opponents and just kind of teleports them randomly elsewhere off the stage.
Ooh, that's not good.
I'm just waiting to get the Master Ball, and it's going to be like a magic card. Because that has happened.
I love my Goldines though. I'm a Goldine fan.
Alolan
look.
Vulpix.
It's definitely an Alolan Vulpix. It's so adorable. Look at
Yeah,
it.
it's so cute.
It just wants to hit you with its ice breath.
Nope.
Ah.
Getting close. What's next?
Another one.
What's next?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing's next.
Yo. Oh! I did not expect that.
Invulnerability period. Here it comes.
Another one
Pokeball.
coming.
See, called
Yep.
it. I knew it.
I wanted that one.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Right into him.
Turning my own family against me right now, man. It's messed up.
A lot of new one coming out.
Ugh.
Your own family. Oh, jeez. Oh, look.
Zapdos in the background.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He or she could be it.
Yep.
It is hanging out.
Ow. It's a long
Tail
tail.
swipe. Oh, here we go. What is it?
Oh,
Oh,
girls, no.
Come on, throw him in it.
No, I'm trying.
Oh, look at the
Give me the
defense,
throw.
man.
Give me the throw.
Oh, that's a master
nice
ball. Oh, goodness. It's so mean.
That was pretty cruel.
Oh, did that
Brutal
land
land
on the
as
ground? Did that happen? I'm sorry.
There are so many Pokemon in the game. I'll be admit, I can't remember all of them.
No,
There are
there's
a
no
lot.
way.
Oh, it made it.
That's a new one too, isn't it? That's
Which one? I didn't see it.
Gosh, what was it? I remember. It's really cute.
I didn't
It's
see
really
it.
small, and it zaps everything around it. It's really adorable, and I can't remember what it's called. Look at me, mind is blanking.
What is it?
Need more. Oh, it's so.
Move!
What?
All right, shoot.
So this Pikachu is male, right? The
Yes.
new one, the
Ooh, yeah,
female version
I
is
totally
supposed to have like a
showed that
heart-shaped tail.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Oh,
pick
yeah,
one?
Yes.
Definitely. And so I do like that design though. I do like that design in this one where it's you know,
Oh,
you see
yeah,
a
beware.
tail, you can kind of
Come on,
flip through
bud.
The evil bear.
Versions.
Go. He's so scary.
Beware's the best, dude. He just casually walks around like, yeah,
I
I'm
know,
totally
but
gonna
he's so brutal.
totally gonna uppercut you. It
Yes!
doesn't matter. He's just hanging out. Oh, you're still here!
The 1-2 punch.
He's just
so
like,
happy.
hey guys,
I blasted off again.
please don't hurt us.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, that probably just cost me the match. Hooray.
Oh.
No, it didn't.
We'll see.
Be positive.
Oh, okay, that one did. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Whose is this? Is this mine?
No, it should be mine.
Okay. Well then, bye. Oh, what? I thought I had it
Just gave it.
too.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Ooh, that's bad.
30 seconds. I mean, 25 seconds.
Here's Pokeball.
Oh, almost.
There's one more right there.
That was mine.
More of almost no.
Okay, I gotta stay alive. Come on. If that last KO was the deciding factor, I swear.
I kind of want to see the score, just like,
No, it was. Come on, man.
oh man.
That made my morning.
That is, I bet everyone that's played Smash, I'm sure, can kind of feel what that feels
Okay.
like. Oh,
Okay.
it's so good.
Okay, let's switch it up a little bit.
Switch it up. So
All right, where are we at now? We're doing, oh, I know. Let's do,
We're going to be playing at Mario Galaxy next.
Let's go.
Okay, and then I will be, if I
Wanna do
remember
this-
correctly, I am Bayonetta.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're,
I'm going Corrin.
yeah, you're Bayonetta, and you're Cor, yeah, Erica's Corrin.
Okay.
Smitty's Corrin. And for this one, we're gonna do a little bit of fun with, this is the, we're doing assist trophies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun with the assist trophy.
It's a time to look at some new assist trophies and give us a little bit of insight into them.
And there's a lot of new ones. I know that Chico's got a favorite.
Yes. I'm hoping they're up here.
And it's crossing fingers, dude. I'm crossing fingers. Maybe you can give a bit of background on it when it appears.
Might be the first one. Oh, yeah, so Tom.
Hey, you were
oh,
slow.
wow, that's
you were slow.
dirty.
Dude, I taunted and I had time to attack.
Treehouse taunt. How dare you? Demetrius, man. Come on, man.
I was a little slow there. It's okay.
You're too slow.
I don't know, man.
Oh, that's... Okay, good.
Where are they? Oh, there you go. There's two of them.
There's kinda
Now,
hanging out
again,
the back.
same rule applies. Once you pick one up, so the first one goes to Smitty, second one can go to Demetrius. That's
great.
fine.
Cool.
Oh,
I get the last word retriever.
That's so adorable.
Just know you did this to yourself.
Come on, Bomberman, do your thing.
Yeah,
Honestly, don't
that's
even...
a lucky
Did I just
shot.
run off the screen?
Yeah, so,
I totally did.
yeah, so with
Dude.
those bombs, by the way, when they appear on stage, you can actually hit them and knock them into different places. So don't think just because a bomb is out like, oh, it's there, I guess I better. You can like, oh, it's in my way. Wait a minute. Smack it, smash it, do something with it, and it'll move. And
You
then
can
maybe
KO
it won't
too.
be in your way.
You can definitely KO Bomberman too, which is really nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you will get points from it too. So
And in a time match like this, that's actually a legitimate strategy.
most definitely.
Oh,
not the math.
Let's do some math. And what's really funny is people didn't know you could knock those numbers in different directions too. So
And you actually
see-
have to do some addition yourself. If you see a 6 and a 4 like
Ooh,
that, look at that.
the 10, that's gonna
Okay,
hurt. That's gonna
that
hurt a
actually
lot.
hurt.
Come on.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
That was not worth it.
Oh, look, ghosts.
Math never.
That's right. My favorite one is Blinky. Although I don't remember which color Blinky was. He's still my favorite because his name is Blinky.
I'm an inky guy.
You're Inky guy?
Oh,
which one's this?
Who's it?
Oh, Squid Sisters,
Okay,
yes!
true.
Yeah.
Ready?
Dance off.
Dance off.
That's all. So I kid you not, we do this all the time. Every time, everyone just stops. We just hang out and we're just dancing. Get down.
I just love this thing.
Demetrius!
I mean,
Dirty, man!
Really?
Dirty Demetrius, man.
This spot was over.
Yeah, I think I won the dance-off. I think we can agree.
Yeah, we always do that. Anytime the Swiss Sisters come out, everyone stops. Doesn't matter how many players we're going. It's everyone stops. Everybody
It is a
dances.
dance-off, yes.
That's right.
Oh, you grabbed it. No, not him.
Oh, that's Takamaru from the mysterious Murasame Castle.
Oh, geez, are they going to battle?
Oh, he's going to win. No.
Let Samurai Goro. Let him
Let
go.
them fight.
Wait, what? Did you knock out your...
I think I just knocked out my own. I don't know how that works. Do I get a point for that?
I think you do. I mean, it's kind of messed
That's
up.
going to be fixed, yo.
I don't know.
Best teammate ever.
So I will go and write that down and take that in my notes, and we'll talk about that later. Oh, Andros. Nobody likes Andros.
Oh, my goodness.
Not unless it's yours.
I love it.
Then it's your Andros. And then it's okay.
Oh, you took the trophy with you.
I'm taking my trophy home.
Another one.
Oh, jeez. All right, come on.
Wait,
Give
you
us
get
a go,
Andros
Demetrius.
and the Darling Snag
Another
Come
new one
on,
from
man.
Pikmin.
That thing is super annoying, too.
It lasts so long. You just
Yeah,
gotta
it
be
comes
smart.
out of nowhere, too. Even like on higher
Get a bob
areas,
and
you think
weave.
you're like safe.
Yeah, usually you just don't know what's going to hit you until it's really too late.
It hits actually really hard on that last hit.
Oh, that's another new one. Crystal.
New ones all over
Somebody's
the place.
favorite.
Yes, I do like that name, Crystal. Sawbox Adventures was a dope game, too, man. I mean, it was a really great game.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that works.
Oh,
You go ahead and fight. I'll just keep picking these up all day.
Yo, what about the rules,
Chris is so
man?
good. Chris is so powerful.
You got like the last four. Color
Alright,
TV
I'll let you
game
have the next
15.
one.
That's right.
Oh, shoot.
You can actually
Don't get
hit the ball back at the paddles, which is cool with that one.
Oh,
Wait, oh, phew.
right. Come on.
Oh!
That was a good one. That's it.
Oh, no.
Hey, that's a Sim City guy. Why am I blanking? I can't remember his name.
It's not right. You know, that's actually voiced by Nate Bildorf.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
Nate Bildorf has all sorts of voices in this. He's the voice of Shy Guy. He's the voice of Dr. Ray.
He's the voice of Shy
You
Guy?
didn't know that?
Yeah,
Dude,
we always
wait
tease
a
him
minute.
about that. Yeah, that's
100%
Nate.
Nate Bildorf.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
you can take that one.
What am I doing? Where am I working? It's either I'm working on. I work
he's a
across the
humble-
office from me. I kid you. He sits on the farthest side. This is probably why I don't.
Another one.
He's a humble guy, so he won't.
I can't dance off with this cowboy.
The sheriff is the bouncer at the club, and you're not
I'm
allowed.
getting bounced from the club here.
And we're still
This is mine. That was another one.
All right, that one was for you, Chico.
Thank you.
That's that.
Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, we still. I don't think we've gotten Chico's favorite Sis trophy yet.
Yeah. Well, that was my
Wasn't that
That
it?
was your favorite Sis trophy?
Yeah.
Okay, we're throwing the rules out of the door because you cheated already.
Well, there's another one too. But
Yeah, but you picked them
that's
all
right.
up. You picked up like 4 now.
That's true.
Oh hey, it's Lynn.
Oh, Lynn,
yeah,
yes.
it's Lynn.
Lynn is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
oh man. Yep, she's pretty cool.
Did I just get comboed from both of them?
Probably. She probably just connected on it. and said,
Nice.
Yeah, nah.
Oh. Yeah,
That wasn't enough? Oh. Oh, jeez.
Also, who's hyped for that Fire Emblem? The new Fire Emblem game. I'm
Yeah.
3 houses?
so ready, dude.
Yes.
I almost cried when I saw the trailer.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Did that count?
Did it count?
That did not count.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
No, it didn't actually hit.
No!
Training. Hey guys, we're 1-1 now, right? Kind of, I guess.
Well,
on
let me
the
guess. Is
fair
it by 1 point?
basis.
I'm going to laugh.
Don't.
Has to.
It's by a couple. It's by a couple.
Oh,
That was
goodness.
good.
All
Oh
right.
man.
How did
Where
that
we at
happen?
now?
Okay.
I
We're
think
gonna
we
do,
have one
do
more,
we have
right?
time for one more?
Do we?
I don't know if we do.
We're kind of sure. You're right. That's actually a good point. I
I
see
don't
the
think we're
people
going to
going.
have time.
They're going like this. Do we? Give me the call.
Come on, Rick.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, but the thing, like, you guys gotta move on.
We got to
So,
see
awesome.
a lot of cool stuff.
Yes.
We saw a lot of the items.
So you saw some items, you saw Sis trophies, you saw them mess around, playing some games. So again, if anything, thanks for hanging with us. And of course, we're gonna have plenty more stuff for you right next up on Treehouse Live. And matter of fact, we're gonna have a Xenoblade 2 Torna the Golden Country segment for you. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be right back.
everyone. Thanks for joining us for Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2018. I'm Sam, and we're here with Demetrius and Rich on the end. We're going to be taking a look at some new story content for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So much new story content that it's practically a whole new game's worth of content.
Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. Just to give you guys a heads up, the full title for this is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. And essentially, for those who've been waiting for this, this is one of the packs for the expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And essentially, it goes back 500 years and tells the story of some of the characters that were in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Right now, I'm actually playing as Laura and Jin. And right away, I'm going to just kind of get into some basic combat because I just kind of want to start the explanation. So for those who have seen Xenoblade Chronicles 2 before, this kind of looks familiar. You see a little bit of a new UI. Things are still kind of similar here with combat. As I'm auto-attacking my enemy here, I'm charging up my arts, and I'm using Hungry Snake, and that just produced a health potion.
It's all pretty familiar so far,
all
if you know the game.
All pretty familiar so far. But when I press up on the plus control pad, wham, I'm now actually in control of my secondary character. So now I'm playing as Jin. So what this means for those who are interested and really fascinated with this kind of stuff, you can now play as a Blade and the driver. So this is a more refined combat system, and it's really exciting in the way that breaks down. So if I actually press the start button here and go into the character screen, you'll see a whole new breakdown of how my team is currently. This is the very beginning of the game, essentially, what we wanted to show you guys. So for Laura and Jin here, they're broken down into enhanced arts. And their arts depend on their foreground, the vanguard, and then their rear guard, the background. And then I also have an art, or abilities for those who don't know, when I switch in and out. So it's really cool what they did here. It gives you a really cool look at stuff. On top of that, I can actually equip weapons now for my driver. This is something that wasn't possible in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You would just get your weapon of your blade, so you just get the sword like Jin or something like that. But now we share different weapons and use them back and forth. Super slick stuff. So what I'd like to show you guys today is like the first 20 minutes or so of this game and just kind of give you a tour of what's new. Alright, so right now, I just defeated that regular enemy. I'm level 6, so I'm going to make my way through and get attacked by an owl.
With a few fights along the way.
Yes. For those who are listening, we got some new classy jazz music for the battle music here, which I really dig. All right.
Nice
that
work.
enemy was not ready for me.
No, that was a piece of cake for you.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this area right here. We're going to get a little bit of a story element, but I'm not going to play too much of it for you guys. I don't want to ruin too much and spoil too much. And in the interest of time, there's a lot of story to get through, and I want to make sure I hit the right story beats. But just a quick look, we're walking up to the village here. And we see somebody who's alone.
Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor.
Crazy Smash Brothers fans in the
they're
background.
going ham over there.
These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry, really.
So,
we're all good people.
What we're going to do next here is going to go ahead and pass through this a little bit. We're going to skip this. So I just wanted to kind of set the tone for this game. What you saw here actually was Mikhail as a kid. He's a youngin'. You can see he's joining our party as a little side character. But you saw that they're talking about Malos. And Malos is an incredibly tough blade who's pretty much wreaking havoc throughout the entire world. And what's really fascinating about this game is it's a very sombering, like darker tone of this game. And it has a kind of a very tragic feel to it, so it's a nice, unique take on this. So now to progress here, what I need to do, I need to move on and collect some items. What happened in that, I need to cook. So I need to go to these collection points, make sure I collect enough items. So kind of look around. Okay, here we go.
Leave no collection point unturned.
Yes.
Grab some more.
I think that's it. There's one more over here. Got it, got it, got it.
And this is all to showcase another new feature within this story mode segment. Right here.
Okay, so what I'm going to do next is talk a little bit about this mechanic here. So I'm going to actually skip through this a little bit. Let's see here. Start, pause. They're just having a little discussion. But this brings up the camp scenario, and this is a new feature. Essentially, when you get to a camp, you can actually rest, craft items, or chat. And the chat depends on who you have in your party, and you can bring up different topics. So it's a way to have, like I like to say in the series, kind of a heart-to-heart, discussion with everyone.
Build up some characterization
Correct.
and some backstory.
So crafting is really interesting because everybody in your party can make different things. For this, I'm going to do some home cooking, and I want to make like some trout strafaloo. I'm probably butchering that.
You've got everything you need, yeah, nice.
Yeah. So that's going to trigger the next sequence here. Do a little more. All right, so we're going to go ahead and skip this part. Seeing them passed out. Little kid's been through some stuff. All right. So my goal right now is to kind of venture through this area. Jin and Laura are working together to survive. They've been together for quite some time. As the story goes, Jin is a blade. He's a very, very tough being, capable of a lot of destruction, but he's very quiet into himself, and he really, really cares for Laura. Laura, as a child, actually was able to take Jin on as a blade, and since then they've had a very, very strong bond together. They care for one another greatly. So now they're just trying to survive, the destruction that Malice is bringing down. And they're working together to create, a way, like I said, a way to survive. All right, oops, Jin, where you going?
Now, for people who are wondering what's going on right here, you just came across a bridge that you couldn't cross, but you were able to use one of your abilities to create a path by knocking down that tree.
Correct, correct.
It's familiar to people who played Xenoblade Chronicles too, but just wanted to catch up anyone who didn't know what was going on yet.
Yeah, good call out there. And I am going to do a little bit more combat here now. I'm trying to make my way to a boss battle, but I do want to make sure I have enough levels on me so I don't die.
And you've got Laura up in the vanguard here, so you're seeing all of Laura's abilities charging up, all of her arts.
I didn't get that combo off. I was going to try to combo him. All right, let's try the next guy.
These are all going to be pretty straightforward battles for you. You're not going to need to do anything too crazy.
No, I'm just doing a special right there. All right, I switched to Jin just because it's cool like that.
And when you swap out, you get a switch art that triggers, and then...
Correct, and you can do combos out that too. So I can use an art or ability that causes break, and then I can switch to Jin, and because his ability causes topple, I'll knock the enemy down.
Oh, right away.
So really, really cool combos in the way they set that up. And so it's a slight difference from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but a welcome change, I would think.
Yeah.
One more thing too, actually, I'd like to cover for those who are curious about the crafting. You might be wondering, well, I know that we had to craft other materials before in the game, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, how does that work exactly? So if I go in, if I go into Jin, some might be wondering, ox cores, you actually had to craft these in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What's fascinating now is that enemies just drop complete ox cores. You no longer have to craft these anymore.
Oh, nice. Right.
So it's a nice little touch.
Yeah, it really streamlines things. It's nice.
Correct. All right, let's make my way through. I think I'm going to get jumped here in a second.
I know you're not going to be able to keep this save data, but it still hurts my heart to see you passing up all these collection points.
I know it's the completionist in me. It's like,
oh, jeez, I got all of them in here? No. Okay, good.
It's fine.
All right, dudes. They're playing Xenoblade.
Not to hit me.
I'm going to sign off, and I'll come back on later. So I'll stream some more later.
There we go. Got break.
But Xenoblade isn't really doing it for me right now.
Activate my special
All right, so I'll see you guys later for
so that topple
E3.
from
We'll
you,
continue later.
Switching.
Peace.
Correct.
And activating a switch.